Hi there, happy Valentine's Day. If you're not a fan of Valentine's Day, then I do hope that you're having either a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening from wherever you're joining me from. And welcome back to Using Tek4Peace with Christine Magoma. I am Christine Magoma and I am your guide through conversations around using technology platforms to enhance peace. I believe and strongly insist that this coalition is necessary and important to strengthen the capacities of everyone to ensure that we curb online hate and misinformation, we curb disinformation. If you were not there last week, let me just give you a recap of what we discussed. We looked at defining and understanding what online hate speech is, and we also looked at the kind of resources, free resources, that we can utilize and leverage to ensure that we protect ourselves while we are online. And because today is a day full of love, I'm here to give you information about how you can utilize a critical thinking approach to protect yourself and your loved ones on digital spaces. This approach is commonly known as the CRAAP test. The CRAAP is an acronym for currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. The CRAAP test enables you to evaluate sources of information while you are on digital platforms. Under currency, you have got to ask, when was the information posted? When was it last updated? And are the links still functional? This is especially necessary for blogs that we come across, or rather come around, because you have people with a lot of clickbait information. This and this happened, but when you try to click the link, it leads you to an online store to purchase different products, or it doesn't open at all. So currency is the first step. The second letter is relevance. When looking into relevance, or rather the relevance of information, how well does this information relate to the topic being discussed? Who is the target audience? Have you compared and contrasted with other sources, and are they saying the same thing about that subject or topic? For instance, when looking at conversations and information about religion on digital and tech platforms, relevance is key. Who is talking about this religious group? What are they saying about them? Is it true that Muslims do ABCD? Is it true that Christians do ABCD? Is this their practice? Is this their norm? The third letter is the first A because there are two A's. Authority. You want to ask yourself, who published the information? And when you search for more information online by following the links to the blog or article, etc. that are attached to these posts, what kind of URL is provided? Because there are very different kinds of URLs, and this will inform you whether this is a reliable source or not. Government URLs have a .govt. Most educational institutions have .edu. And most organizations have .org. And for most websites that have .com, they're looking to advertise or market. Therefore, you will need to move to other sources to make sure that website A and website B are saying the same thing, and this is factual. It's more reliable if you find or access information on websites from organizations, well-known organizations. The kind of information and publications that are posted on these websites are either peer-reviewed or well-researched, or they're commentaries about other publications, but they have been looked into. The second A is on accuracy. And when looking into accuracy, we've got to check if the source is known for providing reliable information by scrolling up to their previous posts. Have they cited other sources, e.g., should they give you a figure Where did they get these statistics from? For instance, last week I gave you an example about South Africa and xenophobia. That is a form of online hate, because hate is spread on digital platforms. And I come and tell you, this year alone, 5,000 foreigners have taken our jobs. These are statistics that I'm giving you that are hateful, that are geared towards arousing an emotion, that are geared towards ensuring that you react. How verifiable, how true are these statistics? Maybe there's no foreigner who got a job. Maybe they have dual nationality. How would I know this? I need to be able to reference the kind of information that I'm sharing with you. And as a consumer, you need to have the right tools to go check, to go ensure that this information is accurate by asking the right questions from a critical thinking approach. And finally, purpose. Why did this person or organization share this information? Is it to entertain? Is it to inform? Or is it to arouse an emotion out of you? Are the arguments balanced, or are they biased and relying on one school of thought? How is the language used? The kind of language that has been used will enable you to identify the purpose of this information that has been posted. If the language is very technical, if it's too complex, then there's a problem. This is a person who is just there to seek attention. Remember when you spoke about freedom of attention versus freedom of expression? Yep, that is a person looking to seek attention. If the language is too easy, why is it too easy? Who is their audience? It needs to be moderate. And is it biased? Is it lenient to one side or one group? If this information is focusing on one side and you should or you shouldn't, then there is a problem. I do hope that you've picked something from today's video and that you're having an amazing Valentine's Day. And that now you can at least evaluate sources of information to protect yourself and your loved ones on technology platforms. This, in turn, ensures that we are promoting peace on digital and tech platforms. Then you become part of the solution, not part of the problem. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in today. So be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Turn on that notification button so that you do not miss any video. I will see you next week. Goodbye.